I'm
Go ahead.
from Andhra Pradesh.
Mhm.
Yes,
Okay, so you're from Andhra Pradesh, you're doing your final year BTech, right?
yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Superb. Anything else about yourself that you'd like to tell us?
Sorry, ma'am.
Would you like to tell us anything else about yourself?
That's all, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So when did you join the app?
Tomorrow, ma'am. Today, ma'am.
Today or yesterday, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Okay. So do you know how to use all the features of the app? This is one part of the app, right? You can join
Yes.
these live classes.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
also have other lessons on the app as well. There are a lot of lessons and exercises that you can do.
Okay, ma'am.
These live classes, in case you missed any class, you can even watch the recording of the class. Every class is recorded and you can
Okay.
watch the recordings as well.
Okay, ma'am. I got it.
Yeah, so you're doing BTech, so I think for you it will be very easy to maneuver and check what's there on the app, right? So explore it, and
Yes, ma'am.
under the live option, there is a tab on top that says live.
Okay.
Click on it, and if you select it, you will see the profiles of different educators. And even if you miss a live class, you can always watch a recording.
Okay, ma'am. Definitely.
All right, super. So we'll start class today. I think many of you are here. Good morning to the others as well. Vishakha, Meera, Monica, Shailendra, Raza. Good morning to everyone.
Yeah, very good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
I was just telling Manisha, right? I mean, after what happened yesterday at the World Cup semi-final, anybody watched the match? Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am. I have watched, ma'am.
What about Shailendra? Shailendra is sending crying emojis.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think, ma'am, this was the biggest match loss I have ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, losing and winning is a part of every game, right? But
Ma'am, poor performance we can say of India.
yeah, we got thrashed yesterday. We lost by 10 wickets. And
Yes, ma'am.
it looked
Yes,
like
ma'am.
we didn't even put up a fight.
We can say, ma'am, first time India means close this type of match.
Hmm.
There was even not a 1% chance when they started to play.
It's
Yes,
like
ma'am.
we didn't even, it's like we didn't want to win. It felt
Yes,
that way.
yes.
I mean, at least if it was like a nail biting finish, right? Like how we've seen some other matches, 2 runs to win, 1 run to win, and all that. And could say there was some fight that we put up. So this was like we just gave up or something like that.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Yeah, hi.
Ma'am, if India play
Yes, ma'am.
according to the end, means then India can win, ma'am. At the end, when they played well, ma'am.
Yeah.
Indian employees.
Yes, Abhay, what were you saying?
Yes, ma'am. What is topic, ma'am, today, ma'am?
Today we just started chatting. We were just talking about what happened yesterday at the World Cup. But today's topic, okay, we'll come to it. As you all can see on the screen, we are doing some reading today. Okay, we are
Ma'am, yesterday India beat badly from England, ma'am.
Yeah, we got thrashed.
Ma'am, Indian team is performance is not good, ma'am, because a lot of politics in the sport, ma'am.
Okay, you're saying there's a lot of politics in the team. A lot of politics going on.
A lot of player of politician son.
Players are politicians' sons. Okay, I don't know.
Ma'am. And BBC cricket control board vice chairman of Amit Shah son.
Okay, well, all of that aside, if you just talk about the way that they played yesterday, not the best performance by the team. But anyway,
Completely bad performance.
Ma'am, especially bowlers' performance was bad, ma'am. Bad.
right,
Yeah.
well, we've got to get over this and see what our team can do in the future. Right, let's hope that they get better.
Ma'am, I think this loss will be written in the history of Indian cricket team.
I guess, and it's
Yeah.
it's going to lead to many retirements also, is what they're saying. Maybe I don't know about the captain, maybe, and a few others. Let's see. Even the senior players, right, like Gavaskar and all, they've also not appreciated this at all.
Ma'am, I'm not disappointed with the loss, ma'am, but I'm disappointed with the way they lose this match.
Yeah, exactly. The way that we lost. I mean, this was a semi-final match, right? It was played like as if it was one of the, initial matches, which we could, like those practice matches, right? Which were being played initially. At least we should have put up a strong fight. But anyways, the Sunday is going to be Pakistan versus England. Pakistan played, really well. They've really been doing a great job. So
Yeah.
let's see. All right. Cool. So guys, we'll move on from that. Today's main class is about reading comprehension. Okay, so we're going to read a newspaper article about another thing that's not really great. I don't want to dampen anybody's spirit over the weekend, but this is just a burning topic in the news. You must have heard about all of this. So we're going to read this article paragraph by paragraph. We'll have, few people read it out. And we'll try to look at some of the words and phrases that are there in the newspaper article and see if we can use those words or phrases in a different context also, in a different kind of sentence. And if you all have any questions about any of the words or the phrases, you all can ask us to stop and we can look at those words. So let's have someone who's not read, not spoken much. Bharti has just joined our class today. Bharti,
Yes, ma'am.
hi. Would you like to read the title, the headline of the newspaper article and the first paragraph, please?
Sorry, ma'am.
Can you read the headline of the article and the first paragraph?
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Indian employees at Twitter on H-1B visa face time to after layoffs have only 16 days to find new jobs. Thousands of employees at Twitter have lost jobs in the last week, which is right after billionaire Elon Musk took over the company. The company sent emails to people impacted by the layoffs, but hasn't shared the terminations letter or stated they lost at the organization. It is said that those laid off will remaining the employed by Twitter and receiving compensation and benefits until the first week of January 2023, although the last day may vary from employees.
Very important. All right. Thanks, Bharti. Bharti, you're reading well, but when you're reading, just look at the words also properly and read, all right? For
Okay,
example, over here, it's not receiving, it is received.
receive. Okay.
Over here, it's although.
Although
Also, the name of Elon Musk. This is
Elon
Musk.
Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
what else? Just a second. Okay, let's also look at the word impacted.
Impacted.
Impacted, yes. All right. Let's have somebody else tell us what this paragraph means. Shivani, are you here? Shivani? Okay, Neha, would you like to tell us what do you understand from this paragraph? Okay, Manisha, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, thousands of employees at Twitter have lost jobs in the last week. यानी कि पिछले हफ्ते में हजारों के संख्या में मैम
Translate नहीं करना है हिंदी में. In English only tell me what have you understood from this paragraph.
in English.
Yeah, in English only tell me in a few words what do you understand from this paragraph? What is it talking about?
What is the meaning of ma'am layoffs?
Okay, so layoff means to terminate somebody, to ask somebody to leave the job, to lay off people.
Okay.
When there is no work or there is the
Okay.
company is going through a financial problem.
Okay. And Musk
Elon Musk
took over means?
took over. He took over means he bought the company, right? He has taken
Okay.
over Twitter.
Okay. And here another word is VARY.
Vary, although the last day may vary for employees. So let's try to read the sentence and understand what the word means, okay?
Ma'am, can I explain?
Wait. Let her try. Let's not jump the gun. Let her try first, please. So the sentence here says, I'm reading from here, okay, Manisha? It is
Okay.
said that those laid off means those who have been terminated. Those who
Okay.
have been terminated will remain employed by Twitter and receive compensation and benefits until the final week of January 2023. Although the last day may vary for employees, which means it depends. Maybe my last day in that company could be the 10th of Jan. Maybe for somebody else, my last day could be the 30th of Jan. So all of these employees have been terminated. They have been laid off by the company. But the last date of employment could be different for different employees. It may vary.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
One second, guys. Let's not interrupt when someone is trying. Hold on. Yes, so what do you understand by this paragraph, Manisha? What do you think it's talking about then?
Means there is a news about Twitter. Means many of employees, thousands in a number of thousands of employees have lost their job in last week, and it is means happened which right after billionaire Elon Musk, and
It took over the company.
means yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and which people is impacted by these actions? The company sent emails for those people that means yeah, and but here hasn't shared the termination letter yet or stated the last day at the organization. Yeah, and company sent email that means those that impacted people that means shared means has shared the termination letter yet or stated their last day.
Correct, you're right. So they have not yet given them their termination letters, right?
Yeah,
And they
and okay.
Yeah, and this portion, right, where it says they have not stated their last day of the at the
Yeah.
organization. What does
And
that
they will be employed by Twitter.
correct? And they will receive compensation and benefits till January 2023.
And okay, yeah.
All right. Okay. Good attempt, Manisha. The reason I'm saying that I want you all to understand and say it in English is because I don't want you to translate into another language. I just want you all to be able to understand what you're reading and see if you're able to paraphrase it or say it in your own words, in English itself. Okay. So that is something that will help you. So any words over here, Manisha, that you don't understand from the first paragraph?
Yes, ma'am. Means I didn't know Musk tour and VARY. Very. It's the pronunciation is a very, ma'am.
Very, and this is not Musk, only Musk. Manisha, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a tech giant. You
Okay,
have
Elon Musk.
You've not heard of Elon Musk?
Yeah. No, ma'am.
Google about him, please. Today itself, go and Google and find out who Elon Musk is. Okay. It's important
Definitely,
to know
definitely, ma'am.
some names, some people we should know about. It's good to know. All right. Any other words, Manisha? Anything else from that paragraph?
No.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So, Sid, what did you want to say? Go ahead, please. Did you want to share something?
Ma'am, earlier you are asking for the meaning of the paragraph, first paragraph.
was asking Manisha to tell me paraphrase the parent. Do you want to say anything else?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I read the second paragraph and explain it?
We'll come to it, but anything about the first paragraph that you want to say?
Ma'am, I understand it and I want to explain.
Okay, go ahead then.
Ma'am, last week there are many employees which are working in the Twitter company, but they are terminated or they are terminated from the company. But the company did not take the last decision for their termination, and the company at the last moment company announced the compensation and benefits for them, which was given in the first week of January 2023,
Was
and
given, will be given.
which was given in the last week of January 2020.
I hope
2023.
you can hear what I'm saying. I said not was given, will be given. They will be given.
Okay, ma'am.
January
And
2020. एक मिनट आगे मत. I don't know हम लोग भाग क्यों रहे हैं, हम लोग कहाँ जा रहे हैं भाग कर. Hold on. So January 2023 is not yet come, right? We're talking about the future. So we can't say was given, it will be given.
yes, ma'am.
It will be
It will
given.
Achha. And the last day may vary for the the termination period is not decided. The number of employees which will be terminated depends on the last day of January.
No, that's not what the sentence means. We are saying that all these employees have been laid off. They all have been terminated, but their last date, as in what is the last date that they have to work, that date has not been given to them. They will come to know this later.
Last day may vary for the employees. Last day is not confirmed whether they will be terminated or not. It explains this meaning.
So इसका मतलब ये है
Guys, your voice is not clear.
check your message. I think my voice is pretty clear. I don't have any. I have two Wi-Fi connected phones.
Ma'am, now it is clear. So little bit disturbance is there.
So I'll repeat myself. Over here it says the last day may vary for employees. That means that all these employees have been terminated. They've all been laid off. But their last date of employment, मतलब last day of working क्या होगा वो पता नहीं है. But terminate तो हो चुके हैं ये लोग.
Okay. I sense a different meaning. I think so. Okay, whether they will terminate or not, it will be decided later on.
So that's why we are working on our.
Yes, ma'am. I get your point.
Okay, great. Let's move on to somebody else to read, please. Let's have Monica. Hi, Monica. Are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Monica, why don't you
Can I share something, ma'am?
about what? About what, Abhay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What do you want to share about?
Means first paragraph.
Monica, just hold on, okay? Go ahead, Abhay.
Read in news 2 and 3 days before, ma'am. Elon Musk. Actually, ma'am, Elon Musk is a millionaire and he is a industrialist and he is owner of Twitter and Facebook. Ma'am, during pandemic, Elon Musk is appointed 10 lakh employee. So, ma'am, these days, over the employee in Twitter and Facebook, so Elon Musk decide to decrease the employee from his organization. So last week, thousands of employees of Twitter and Facebook have lost the job. And this matter, Elon Musk informed by the mail and notification, not directly a terminated of the employee, and not decide to the date of the last date. So only give the information that I am decreased the employee from my organization. So I read in the news, ma'am.
Right, correct. Abhay, you are right. The only thing, even Shailendra and I both say the same thing. He doesn't own Facebook, all right? He's not the owner of Facebook. Other than that, whatever you said makes a lot of sense, Abhay. Thank you. Now, in order to ensure that we're doing this properly, guys, I think what we should do is we'll read the entire article first. Each one of you can read one paragraph. And then at the end of the entire article, then we'll listen to what you understood from the article. Okay, let's do it that way. Otherwise, we're taking up too much of time. So let's read each article, each paragraph, finish the article, and then talk about what we've understood. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's have Monica. Monica, please read the second paragraph.
Yes, ma'am. Twitter laid off employees from nearly all markets, including India. When it comes to India, the company is said to have fired 90% of the workforce of around 200 employees. While our impacted employees are going through a tough time and looking for a new job, as they share their experience on social media, the most affected are the foreign citizens holding H-1B visas, many Indians in the United States. Several H-1B visa holders have taken to social media platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn to talk about the 60 days deadline that they have to find a job.
This is LinkedIn, okay?
LinkedIn, ma'am, D silent?
नहीं, LinkedIn, ये I है, D के बाद I है.
Okay, ma'am, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn is a networking profile for professionals.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Let's have someone else read. Neha, can you please read the next paragraph?
The H-1B visa is non-immigrated visa that allows US-based companies to employ foreign workers for a period of time, typically 3 to 6 years. In this case, many H-1B visa holders are among the impacted Twitter employees, and they will need to find a job within 60 days from the time of they receive their termination letter. Twitter has not issued a termination letter yet. Employees have only received emails stating whether they have been impacted by the layoff or not.
Okay. Neha, this word is stating, okay? Stating. Okay. Thank you. Welcome. Santoshi, can you read this paragraph, please? This one?
Yes, ma'am. So, all H-1B visa holders who lost their job will need to get a job in roughly around 2 months to be able to continue living in the United States. And in case the visa holders do not find a job, they will be forced to go back to their home country. And the original employer, in this case, Twitter, will need to pay for the return flight to the home country.
All right, thank you. Prabha, can you please read this paragraph?
Yes, ma'am. Considering the situation in the tech industry right now, many H-1B visa holders, including Indians, fear being deported back from the US. the tech industry is going through a tough time, and it is a difficult task to get a job at this point. More so because most of top big tech companies like Amazon, Apple have paused hiring for the next few months. Meanwhile, companies like Netflix, Apple, and many others have fired a part of the workforce, stating revenue drop. Thank you, ma'am.
So much. Okay, let's go to Vishaka. Can you please read this paragraph?
I means were you taking my name, ma'am?
Can you read
Okay.
this paragraph?
Yes, ma'am. After Twitter, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced laying off 11,000 employees, which is 13% of workplace. The job cuts at Meta are impacting employees across the world. This means in India, Meta is laying off some employees. However, we still do not know how many people in India have been impacted.
All right, thank you. Let's have Shailendra. Could you read the last
Yeah, ma'am.
paragraph?
Okay. Meta seems to be slightly more systematic in the layoffs process and has announced providing immigration support alongside severance pay, health insurance benefits, and much more. I know this is especially difficult if you are here on a visa. There is a notice period before termination and some visa grace periods, which means everyone will have time to make plans and work through their immigration status. We have dedicated immigration specialists to help guide you based on what you want, what you and your family need, Zuckerberg said in the official blog post.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Shailendra, and everyone else who read. Let's now go to talking about what do you think the entire article means. Just summarize it in your own words, in English, not in any other language. Try in English first. So anybody who wants to try to summarize the article? Okay, Shailendra, you raised your hand. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, this article explains the current situation in technical industry or IT industry. In recent days, Elon Musk. We know that a few days ago, Elon Musk took over Twitter and he laid off around 90% of Twitter's employee, and the reason behind this is the revenues. So he laid off around 90% of his employees. So many people, so many employees who are on H-1B visa in America, they are impacted a lot because of this layoff, because they have only 2 months to find another job as per the rules. Otherwise, they will have to return again to their native countries. And not just these layoffs happening in Twitter, even Facebook, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has announced they will lay off around 11,000 employees or 13% of their workforce in coming months. And because of these layoffs and because of pause in hiring by Netflix and Apple, there is a very big problem in getting a job. That's why these employees are facing problem. Yes, ma'am, that's all I think.
Right, absolutely. So it is definitely a major issue that's been happening. The only thing is, I don't think it's 90% of employees of Twitter. I think it's 90% of the Indian
Yeah, ma'am, sorry. Yeah.
side of it. Because
Yeah.
90% means I think he'll have to shut down the company only then.
Sorry. Yeah, ma'am, it is 90% only for Indian market, from Indian market.
Side of it, yeah. And otherwise, they have not mentioned what is the percentage of such,
Yeah.
but they have said thousands of employees.
Yeah.
They're not given us the percent.
Ma'am, I think it is 50% because the overall strength of Twitter is 7,000, and I read in newspaper they have laid off around 3,500 employees.
Terrible. It's terrible. I mean, it's a major hit for the tech workers, tech companies. I also read somewhere that so many, Indians and even other nationalities who just recently migrated to the US, in a couple of days itself, they have received a termination letter.
Yeah.
So imagine someone migrates from leaves your country. There are so many things, so much of money involved, and then you just receive a termination letter in a few days. It's very disheartening.
Ma'am, but ma'am, one thing I would like to say, ma'am, even there is a layoff, but there is a lot of work in IT still, and people are getting a very good packages. So, ma'am, even they are laid off, they will easily get a job because there are lot of work, ma'am. Even, ma'am, I read yesterday in Times of India, ma'am, there is a very big crunch of IT professionals in India. And because of, ma'am, you must have heard about the moonlighting. So, ma'am, even companies are allowing their employees to work for two companies because there is a very big crunch of IT professionals in India.
Right, absolutely. So let's hope that everyone gets a job and it still remains employed. Let's hope that works out for them. All right, thank you, Shailendra. Yeah, some of you have raised your hands. Manju, go ahead, Manju.
Ma'am, I have query, ma'am. What's the meaning of workforce?
Workforce means your employee strength, the employees that work for you, your workforce. For example, it says they have fired 90% of the workforce, means 90% of the employees.
Okay. Second, ma'am, last LinkedIn, last line.
LinkedIn is an app, Manju. LinkedIn is an app for professionals. So say if you're a working person, you can go, you're a working person, you're a business person, even if you're a student, you can go onto LinkedIn, you can download the app, and you can make connections with other professionals from your field, from other fields. You can look for a job on LinkedIn. So it's basically
Right, ma'am. Thank you.
welcome. Okay. Raza has also raised his hand. Raza.
Hello. Yeah, madam. Hello. जी आपकी आवाज आ रही है मुझे.
क्या कहना है? आपने अनम्यूट किया है.
हाँ हेलो. remove drop means
revenue drop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Sid. Sid, do you have a question?
No, ma'am. Actually, I want to explain the paragraph.
Sure. Go ahead.
Ma'am, revenue drop means revenues घटना.
ड्रॉप का मतलब ही क्या है ना? ड्रॉप मतलब कुछ जब डिक्रीज होता है, तो रेवेन्यू ड्रॉप. करेक्ट. ओके, सिड, गो अहेड.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, many workers which have visa H1B visa are being, ma'am, deported का meaning क्या हुआ?
Deported means they are being forced to leave the country because if they don't have a job and they don't have a visa, a working visa, as per rules, they can't stay in that country. They'll have to leave the country.
Which have H1B visa holder are in the condition of deported from the US.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Because in the tech industry, the period is very tough. That's why, ma'am, I have to explain the para 3 or 4.
No, as I mentioned earlier, we have read the entire article just now. So after reading the entire article, what do you feel about it? What do you think the article is about? So you have to summarize the article.
Ma'am, yeah, the thing is that because many workers are laid off from the company, that's why they do not have any job. So they on social media, they communicate the message that the 60 days deadline should be given to for every employee.
Okay, so I can't hear you.
Such such message is given on the social platform, and many workers are very feeling very weak, and they are facing very tough time because they are not having any new job.
Right, so they are worried about their future, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, fair enough, Sid. Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody else who wants to try to summarize the article? I think who else has
Yes,
raised?
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Vishakha and then Abhay. Vishakha, go.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So I think there is term in H1 visa that you can't stay in USA if you don't have job. And H1B visa gives native companies to get employees from foreign countries. So nowadays, Elon Musk declared the termination of thousands of workers, and especially Indian employees have been facing problem after declaration, as they have only 60 days to find new job. Because if they can't find a new job in 16 days, they will have to come back. That means they have to return back to India. So they are in hot water now, and they raised their voice on social media, like Twitter and all social media platforms also. Meanwhile, companies like Netflix, Amazon, Apple stop taking employees. So they are not able to find other job in USA, and they are passing through tough time, very tough time, ma'am.
All right, fair enough. Thanks, Vishakha. Just one
Yeah,
quick
ma'am.
thing, a very small thing. Don't say return back, because return का मतलब ही है वापस आना.
Yeah, ma'am.
So they have to return to their native country or return to where they're from.
Hometown. Yeah, ma'am.
Country, that way. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Neha, yes, Neha, go ahead, please.
Ma'am,
Yes.
In last week, Twitter CEO, Twitter new CEO, Elon Musk announced 30%. he laid off the some employees. Why means Twitter is in loss. Twitter is in losses, so he took that decision. He don't have another option, so he announced the laid off the employees, and this statement affect mainly affected by the who are living in USA, in our Indian people. If they did not got job in within 60 days, when they got the termination letter, then onwards 60 days onwards, if they did not get the job, then he will back to their home places. Not only Elon Musk and Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg also announced he also laid off the 11,000 of employees. That's it, ma'am.
All right. Okay, good. I'm glad that you tried, Neha. Very nice. Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg.
The sound, Zuckerberg. All right. Fair enough, Neha. Just one quick small thing. Not he doesn't, right? He don't. So not he don't. He doesn't. He
doesn't.
He doesn't. She doesn't. But I don't. You don't. We don't. They don't.
Ma'am, past tense means she did not. Ma'am?
He did not. He did not. She did not. Past tenses did not for every subject. The only difference is in the present tense. Only in the present tense we say don't and doesn't, but in the past tense we say did not or didn't with everything, every subject.
Ma'am, she did not tell anything in the home. Is it correct, ma'am?
Not say anything to anyone at home. You can say that. She did not say anything to anyone, or she did not tell anyone.
Ma'am, she does not telling anything.
Present tense. She does not tell anything. She does not say anything. That's present tense. And past tense, she did not say anything.
Okay.
Keep a check on present and past, Neha. Then do some exercises to practice your present tense and past tense.
Okay, ma'am.
Where to use doesn't and where to use didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Abhay, Abhay, you can go ahead, but try to keep it short because you already spoke about this thing earlier.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. I speak very short, ma'am. Ma'am, due to Elon Musk's decision, 90% of Twitter employee are going through a tough time and looking for a new job. And actually, they have a very sad because they have a H-1B visa of 3 and 6 years. And this impact mostly impact on a foreign citizen and also a Indian employee also. So they have facing a very tough problem. In between, some company like Meta's CEO Mark Zuckerberg laying off 11,000 employees, means 13% of employee laying off CEO, Meta CEO, and other company also like Amazon, Apple, appoint after a few months, and impacted employee already share your experience on social media and LinkedIn and other also. So this is a very big problem because as per appointment term and condition, they have only 60 days for searching a new job. otherwise they return home country. So their family also face a big problem. And already they have a H1B visa for a 3 and 6 years. So they try to searching a new job. And some company also give a Ashwasan means give a
Insurance?
give a insurance to hiring you as per your experience. So that is the big problem.
Right, Abhay. Abhay, just one thing, not 3 and 6 years, 3 to 6 years. 3 से
yes,
लेके
ma'am.
आप कहना चाहते हैं 3 से लेके 6 साल, तो 3
Yes, ma'am.
right, तो 2
Right.
लगा.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This app.
Because I speak very fastly, so lot of missing.
No, don't worry. See, even if you're speaking a little fast, you should be able to speak correctly. But
Okay,
anyway,
ma'am.
LinkedIn. I don't know why many of us are struggling to say this.
LinkedIn, ma'am.
LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay, ma'am. LinkedIn.
And I am surprised why we are not so aware of this app. It's a very popular app, LinkedIn.
Yes, ma'am. I know, ma'am. I already share my resume on LinkedIn, ma'am. I use also.
Cool. Then it's fine. All right, cool. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Manisha. Manisha, what do you want to say?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in this news, we see there are many people, means employees are stuck in a very difficult situation because thousands of employees Twitter laid off, and that's why it is a very tough time for those people. And not only Twitter, after that Twitter, Meta also means Meta means yes. Yeah, ma'am.
Meta is another company.
Meta is another company, and after that, Apple and Amazon, they are also saying like this, and it is very difficult for those who means holder HIB holders. HIB visa holders, sorry, HIB visa holders, because they have only 60 days deadline, and in 60 days, if they don't get a job, it is very means they would face ma'am, can we say like this, they would face many problems.
And the most important thing is, if they don't have a job and their visa expires, then they will be deported from the country, which means they will be forced to leave the country.
Okay, they will be
deported. Deported means अगर उनके पास job नहीं है वहाँ पे और visa expire हो जाता है, right, working visa. और अगर वो if they are laid off and दूसरी company उनको employment नहीं देती है, then they will be forced to leave from the country. So they are deported.
Okay.
Also, one more thing, Anisha, this is not HI, this is H1. H1.
H1B visa.
It's called an H1.